What's up, YouTube fam? Today I drive 3 hours total to pick up a Yamaha yz250 from the 2000 area and pick it up for $400, and I spend the rest of my day trying to get this thing running. Strap in, this should be a lot of fun.
Doing what he knows best, igniting a second chance for a bike and a rider. 2-stroke or 4-stroke, from budget builds to best in class, from the Bakersfield Hills to the Supercross track. You're watching the London Max YouTube channel. You're watching the London Max YouTube channel.
What's up, YouTube MX fam? Guys, how about that new intro, huh? That new intro. Thank you, Adamantic Nap, for doing that for me. He literally whipped that up in just a couple hours. The guy's a master of what he does on the mic. Guys, doing something different, and I've wanted to do this for a very long time. We are doing our own rendition of Roadkill. Guys, if you're not familiar with Roadkill, Motor Trend has an awesome series. It's one of my favorite shows to watch, where they travel around and find these rusted gold cars, and they bring them back, they throw them on the road, they drive them, they pulverize them. Guys, we're doing the same thing today. I found this little gem on the Craigslist. Now, this guy found out how to bend the system a little bit, put the bike under motorcycle parts, because he's selling it as a parts bike, so he doesn't have to pay the $5 listing. Hat tip, I like that. We are going to do Taos right now. Because of all the COVID stuff right now, I'm not going to ask him if I can record and stuff like that. It just doesn't feel like the right etiquette for right now. But anyways, we are going to his house. I'm picking up this lovely little piece of Americana Supercross history, $500. I've been talking to him for about a week, and the engine is locked solid. And there's rust in the motor, but thanks to Reverend Motors, I have a lot of different spray tools, and I got that Holy Smokes two-stroke premix, that full synthetic. I love the premix. I've been using in every single two-stroke I have for a while now, and the premix is awesome. Guys, if you didn't know about Reverend Motors, talked about them in the past. Awesome company, couple brothers down in Southern California, living the dream, making stuff for dirt bikes, and they're killing it with some awesome products. Check out Reverend Motors on Instagram. They have a link to their store there. They have one of the best, the only refill program in the industry, where you send in your old tin. They send their oils in a tin. You send it back to them. They refill it for half the price. It's amazing. Make sure and let them know London Mex sent you. Guys, we're going to go pick up this yz250. I think it's a 99. He didn't put a year up. I think it's a 99, but it could be 99, 2000, 2001, because that engine was, looking at the cylinder head, that's the style that was from 99 to 2001, which would be the same as our worst bike on Craigslist. So guys, this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's bolt over there. Let's buy this bike. Let's take a look at this thing, get up close. I have a lot of work to do. It's almost 3 o'clock right now, and thanks to the time change, I have a little bit of daylight, but in 3 hours, let's see if we can get this turd unstuck, running, maybe even ride it. I don't think we're gonna ride it, but I brought everything I think I need to make it ride. Fingers crossed. Sit down, strap in, like the video if you already like the whole topic, subscribe if you're new. I appreciate it. I hope I earned your subscription today. Guys, this is gonna be a blast. Let's go buy a piece of junk and see if we can turn it around. Let's go. Well guys, she's in the back of the truck, right behind you. Now, before I show her to you, she's rough. This is not one I'm bragging about. This is not the worst bike on Craigslist, but it's pretty close. We got a lot of work ahead of us. The engine is not good. There's a lot of things that we're gonna have to do. I could tell you right now, we're not gonna ride it today, but we might be able to start it. There's gonna be a lot of redneckery going on. It should be a lot of fun. Let's pull her down, take a look. How do I always get caught with this bike? Oh yeah, I bought it on purpose. You a guy would learn by now. There's no brakes at all. Yep. That sound is brake caliper dragging on the ground. It's fine. You don't need brakes ever. Oh, rear brake caliper. That goes there. Wires, they go. That's good. We're gonna just get this thing up on the stand. Let me give you a closer look. Now boys, I've bought some turds in my lifetime, and this thing is a turd. Hang on. So the head is off. Well, it's on, but it's off. Lots of nastiness on top of the piston in there. Don't know if the cylinder's any good yet. We'll just put that back on there because one of the things that the guys nicely included, brought my gear bag. Was intending to ride it, not gonna happen. Now this is the only, oh, we got some smudge on the lens, hang on here. This is the only bag of parts that we got with the bike. So we got oversized gas tank, front fender, number plate, fork guards. Sweet, we're not even close. But in the bag we have a carburetor, which I was told is not even the right carburetor for this. Quite possibly true. It is a PWM, Keihin PWM. She's dirty. Now, I wasn't going to rummage through the bag in front of them, but I did anyway. Here we have radiator and electrical, whatever. Upper motor mounts, chain roller, but these are just the bolts to the rollers. There's no chain rollers. And then in there was this. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'll tell you. This is a water pump gear, and she's got a couple teeth missing. Kind of looks like the people who smoke the cracks down in the Los Angeles area. And it's missing teeth. And mind you, I bought this bike knowing the engine's stuck. I think let's I'm just so discombobulated here. Let's tear off the cylinder and pull off this clutch cover, because I have a feeling, a guy's got an inkling that we're going to be missing some parts back there that are going to prohibit us from driving or riding this thing today. But we might be able to still start it without a water pump. But the fact that it's locked up, I'm hoping it's not the bottom end, hoping it's some gear that chipped off of those teeth, and everything's fine. Probably not, but everything's fine behind this clutch cover, and we're just going to be able to bolt it right back together and get those teeth out, free up the engine, throw in the carb. Has no throttle cable, but I have one from a KX500. Should work. Probably not. And don't put any gear oil in it. Don't put any coolant in it. Just put in some fresh gas with some Reverend Motors premix in it. Fire it up and rev the crap out of it. Let's get to work. To make things more exciting, I didn't bring anything to sit on. It's fine. I'm just going to start pulling this thing apart. Luckily, I did bring tools. I'll show you what we got for tools, because if this bike didn't make you laugh, the tools should. So, in my hurry to get over here as fast as I can, this is the tools that I grabbed. A socket set that's missing the most important size, which is a 14 millimeter. Don't really need a 13, but a 10. Saw that was missing, so I threw in chain, but not riding it. some acetone. Figured we'd need that to clean some things out. Clutch lever assembly, self-explanatory. Pair of grips, because you need to hang on to something. The wrong throttle cable for this, which is fine, I think. Put that down there. Grip glue. Breaker bar, that's self-explanatory. Spark plug, pipe spring puller, no exhaust pipe. But hang on. Brand new spark plug, no spark plug. A bunch of assorted hardware. Thanks, Bolt. Appreciate you guys. My impact, that's almost out of batteries. Let's see. 3 bars. That's all right. That's our 12 millimeter. 5/16 to you fellers out there is the same as 8 millimeter. 10. Couple wrenches, spark plug wrench, flywheel puller. You never know. But this is the piece, how they say it? Piece resistance piece. Pasta resistance. This is from our friends at GPX. This came with our FSC 450R. I love this kit a lot. I'll show you why. 8, 10, 12, 14. All the correct sizes of Allen wrenches. Lyman's pliers. Allen wrench. Zip ties. A driver with assorted bits. Axle wrench. 32-21 combo on one side. 27-17 on the other. Yes, I've used it. And some quick bits. Guys, what I'm saying is, we're gonna do something to this thing today, and it's gonna get kicked on, whether it's locked up still or not. We're gonna kick on it, find out what happens. Definitely don't need the stand at the moment. Let's just, come on, get out of there. We'll lay this down. Yeah, that'll stay. You need to get the skid plate off. Need some Allen wrenches. Thanks again, GPX. Bring you guys in for the money shots here. Not gonna make this extremely dragged out and boring stuff, but I'm gonna get the skid plate off. We're gonna get this side case off. Oh yeah, she's good. She's real good. I'm gonna get the side case off. Make sure there's no holes in the case, which is why I wanted to tilt it over. And oh man, this thing's missing a lot. It's fine. You don't need water pump. Oh, you don't need a lot of this stuff. You know, it just slows it down. They call it static drag. It's basically a manufacturer's way of saying, hey, you want to make some extra horsepower? Just remove these and you pick up a couple. So we're gonna get this thing off. Hopefully there is not any holes in the bottom of the case. Everything's fine. We can just pull off our clutch cover, ruin the gasket so it doesn't hold any oil at all. It's fine. Again. And yeah, I'm just out in a dirt lot. This is Pipeline. This is where we like to ride when it rains, and as you can tell by the puddles, I was hoping to have a dirt bike going for this. So we'll see. No promises, but the guy's got a feeling. This is yeah, we'll just leave that there. Sorry for the shadow that I'm going to be casting on a lot of this lighting here, but it's what we got to do. Pull off the kicker, and you know, when you're in a situation like this where you're just out in a dirt lot, you can just pretty much take off anything you want and find it later. Definitely not going to happen like that. Definitely make sure you drop all your tools in the dirt. It's important. That's just an oil check. Oh, come on. Get. So the guys I bought this from, I didn't even tell them I was going to be attempting to start this today because Personally, I don't like being laughed at. But little do they know, I'm London Mex. I do this stuff every day. Oh, power valve's still attached. It's a good thing. So they did mention that when they pulled off the cylinder, there was some rust in there. I'm gonna pretend they didn't say that, and just keep pushing forward and pull off the cylinder later. Luckily, I still do have a gasket for the power valve. Yes, that is just something that I'm gonna need later for sure. I'll put that on there. Did I bring a flat wrench for the head? Yes, I did. Okay. Thank you, GPX Toolkit, for that one. Now, when you're as astute as I am with motorcycle repair, you know to drop all the hardware in the dirt, make it harder to find, but the big thing is it makes all the oil in the threads dry up. Definitely don't want that. So I'm going to put these in a box with the grip glue and some pliers and such. Alright, let's see what the heck we're working with here. Alright, so we still have a little bit of gear oil in it. Score. I'm not yet seeing the damage from the teeth coming off. Boy, I've seen worse. I've definitely seen better. I do not have a socket to take off the clutch cover. It's fine. I was really just kind of hoping to... Oh, we have movement. Let's screw this back together, pretend we didn't see any of this. And so we have over here a new water pump gear. Oh my goodness. The stars have aligned. God smiles upon us. We have a water pump shaft in here that is new. And yeah, power valve governor, it's in there. This is fine. We're just gonna pretend that this is fine, and bolt this back together, get into that the crank, and see if we could find if it is the crank that's seized. I don't know, probably, or is it something else? I mean, let's be honest, right? Probably. But with dirt bikes, you could always be assured by one thing: if it's not running, it's broken. So let's get this back together. Well, usually you can just spin over the motor a little bit with a Kickstarter to line up these gears so they fall together. Well, that's not happening for me because I can't spin over the motor. I don't want to tip the bike over and spill out all this oil. Might need it. We might put this thing in gear. This power valve governor fell out. It's fine. So while the guy was fumbling around trying to figure out why the power valve gear wasn't meshing with this, it's just because it popped out a little track that they line up for the lever. I decided to put the old 14mm on the crank and see if I could work it through its seize spot or whatever it's causing. Look what we got, boys. We got full turnage, full 360. There's another 180, another 360, another 180, another 360. She's as good as new. I mean, let's get this cover back on, pull off the cylinder, feed it some Reverend, and try to promote some sort of lubrication for when we do try to fire this thing, and see what else is going to be staring at us that we have to address. That carburetor is going to be fun. So 80th time trying to put this engine case on, and the case just does not want to collapse all the way down right here. I got digging into it, and there was this circlip here. Take this off just for your viewing pleasure. Then was this washer. Now if you look onto it, she looks kind of marred up. Upon closer look, it doesn't even fit inside this. It sits above it, and this ring matches up perfectly with rubbing on the casting. And when I had this case down as far as I can get it, I put bolts in, and guess what? Engine was locked up tight. So that doesn't go there. The circlip does. I went on to my little Rocky Mountain link that I have for you guys down in the description. You use that code. It helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate if you guys use that for your next purchase from Rocky Mountain ATVMC. Just right down there. Just go down to the description of the video. You'll see the link. Use that. Helps the channel out. Gets you your parts at an amazing price. Everyone's happy. But I got into the OEM schematic, and that washer is different. Now I did bring quite a bit amount of washers. Doubt I'll have the right one. If not, I'll probably just not run one. But I'm gonna dig through these, see if I can find something similar, close, that fits down in that little cavity there. And okay, maybe, I don't know, doesn't look right. Probably isn't. Well, if I didn't have a camera with me, you guys would not believe me. I just pulled that out of my bolt kit right now, and it fits right in that cavity. I'm just gonna keep moving. All right, plan Z. I'm gonna leave the side case off because I'm going to need to spin something to free it up. And I do want to still look inside the cylinder because they said there's rust in there. I don't think they're lying to me. So I want to get this thing off. Have a look. I can see more into the cylinder now that we've spun it over. Cylinder looks good. Yeah. I'll show you guys when I get that off. But I'm gonna get this off. We'll stare at the crank together. Probably drop some oil down in there and try to just work it for a little bit, get it so it's spinning nice and free. I don't know if this thing seized, if it got water in it and the bearing's stuck. I don't know. Either way, how I'm fixing this, guys, I do not recommend it. Let's get this clear right now. This is just for entertainment. This is for the pure entertainment of how much work does it take to get a two-stroke running. And something tells me we're going to find out real shortly here if any of this worked at all. So I'm going to continue to get this off. We'll stare at the crank together, see if we can come up with a solution. I bought some things at the O'Reilly's to clean the cylinder if it needed it. We're missing the coolant side of the gasket. It's fine, but we have the combustion gasket, the O-ring. We'll need that to start it. I bought some goop, some Permatex. I need to reseal anything, which looks like I might be using that whole can. But do not fix your bike this way. If you're going through something similar, pull out the motor, get an owner's manual, read through it, do the right thing. Don't come to a dirt lot and try to fix it with tools from your China bike. Well, there's your problem. Let's spin this up a little bit. Nope. My 14, probably in the dirt somewhere. Oh, she's lovely. She's lovely. mud. Yep. Let's get you in for a little closer look. Yeah. So, I think I know why she's stuck. Can you guys spot a problem? How about now? I'll wait. I know some of you guys right now, you wish my comment section was open so you can say it. Skirt's missing right here. This wrist pin bearing is lost. It's gone. No piston rings. Connecting rod's fine, but I bet you the bottom of that skirt is down there, and that's what's causing our problem. Dang it. Well, let's run over a couple facts here. Even if the piston was complete, it still has no rings. And even say we did have a set of rings, there's a high probability that we could get it started, but it would absolutely destroy our cylinder, which, even though had a broken skirt in it, she actually looks pretty good. You guys really can't tell, but I've ran my finger along it. There's some grease and stuff like that kind of holding it together. But so even if piston was complete, rings are complete, that rod is rusted shut in the main bearings, I think. Now, the connecting rod bearing itself is free, but there's a lot of rust and mud inside that thing. Like, this thing was underwater, wouldn't doubt it. I might need to accept defeat for now. So, she's in the back. She's got her nose in timeout. That crank, guys, is just too far gone. It needs to be pulled out, and I'm not the kind of guy that, if I'm gonna go as far to pull it out and clean it, I'm gonna pull it out and replace it. I just don't play that way for my time and effort. So anyways, while we're up here, I have some bolt kits I need to get from Bolt MX Hardware. I need to go there and pick up a couple kits for the future projects, or not future, but the ones that are happening right now, like the 91 KX 500 and the 2005 KX 250. So super stoked. Hit them up real quick, said, yeah, I'm coming by. He said, yep, come on by. So we're pulling up right now. Gonna get some Bolt MX kits. Pretty pumped on it. Love these guys. Bring the camera in with me, see if we can figure something out. Pulling up. Pulled up. Let's go. You stay, dog. Didn't even put it in park all the way. Yeah, let's check out the goodies here.
Pro pack.
Okay, this is for the 05 KX 250?
Yes.
Sweet.
You can also use it for the
500?
500.
Okay.
Okay. Engine kit for the 250.
Uh-huh.
We have an engine kit for the 500, but we didn't have one made.
Okay.
I didn't have enough time to make it when you
Okay.
came here.
No, I called you like literally 20 minutes ago.
Well, usually we have them, but we just don't right now.
Okay.
Okay, and then body work kit for the 500.
Yes.
Okay. Body work kit for the 250.
Yep.
And then some doodads.
Look at those. I love these. I use all of these on my YZ. They look so good.
There's another kit that's
a little bit
bodywork
wider.
kit that has, yes. But there's another bodywork kit that has these like in the kit.
Okay.
But I figured I'd just let you pick and choose what you want to do.
Sweet.
Okay.
I dig it.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
That's what I got.
Appreciate it.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah. You see, boys and girls, because this is not the last that you're going to see of this bike. No. As a matter of fact, before even making this whole video and planning it and shooting it here, I had something in my mind, as I usually do. You guys, I'm sure, are familiar with the ideas I come up with for bikes. I had an idea. Well, I knew that this thing was going to be junky, but I thought we can start it. And even if we couldn't, I know that that motor itself was worth 400 bucks. Absolutely. The rear wheel is the same rear wheel that's on the yz250, worst bike on Craigslist. I can certainly use that. Everything else is really not that important to me, and I'll probably end up going to the scrapyard, eBay, who knows. But truth be told, we got some plans for this thing that includes this motor not staying in this chassis. I know you guys are familiar with the Yamasaki I just finished, and I've wanted to do another conversion for some time now, and it includes making a 4-stroke a 2-stroke again. Got your attention now, huh? So we accept defeat for now, but keep our chins up, because this thing has a heck of a future coming here on the channel. You guys make sure to subscribe, take the little bell, select all, and like this video, because you tell you what, we're gonna have some fun with this motor. She's not too far gone. I really think that the skirt of the piston broke off. It's down inside the bottom end. It's probably rubbing against the crank and not letting the crank spin freely. When I had it on its side, that skirt probably moved over just enough for the crank to spin over just fine, but as soon as I stood it back up, well, it moved in the way again. So a split of the cases, fresh crank, new bearings, same protocol as always. I think this motor will be as good as new. Even if we don't want to use that cylinder, I do have another yz250 cylinder that I can use. I do not think this thing's as far away from running as many of you may think it is. Having said that, guys, I love every single one of you. I have to clean up my mess, which wasn't planning on leaving it in such a manner. But this is going to be fun. Can't wait to show you guys what we're putting it in, and I cannot wait to get it running. Let's go. Talk to you guys later.